I know you might still have a question from the last video as to, so where did man come from, right? You're saying this is where man really came from. Um, Man was came from space, right? I know that sounds cliche, but he found a location where it's like the conditions are right. We could live there. Okay, the conditions on Earth are right. We could live there, right? You're thinking like Earth, Mother Earth. But then you, when you got here, you fell from heaven, the fall, right? The conditions were right in the ethereal waters of noon, right? You got to really pay close attention to dialogue. I said you can live here, not like you can move here. Not move here, live here. So man is mind and spirit and became physical in the ethereal waters of noon, which is in the Godhead, or the God, from the Godhead to the fallopian tubes and the birth canal, the canal, the solar boat. Okay, so I'm not really being very specific. I'm just throwing a few ideas at you. So like it's tricky. Like when I said that you get a technology from the new good word, right? It doesn't really seem to make sense. Like, what, they just released this, they just released this, like when you have the new good word, the technology, it's ready, but it's already here. It's just hasn't been like, there's research and development and manufacturing and all that shit, yeah. So I mean, they're not interested in that technology right now. The principalities are not interested in the technology right now. When you have a good word, they'll be interested in it. You know what I mean? It's like there's the 100 monkey effect. There's the contention for the designations on the authentic. Like, if you have authentic and then you have the counterfeit. You couldn't have, it wouldn't be authentic if there wasn't a counterfeit. It's like it would just be what it is. Like, oh, and the other thing about replication, right? Like, why people don't like bad influences coming around their house, because their kids might see that, their children, they might replicate it. She knows what her child is. She knows her child might replicate that, and she wants them to be fully formed, mature, wise enough to know what they need to replicate, not what they think is normal based on some wackadoodle or somebody. I gotta get the fuck off this phone. It's a noise.